I want to talk about the importance of upselling your clients and when the right time to do that is, because you don't always want to upsell if it's something that you can't deliver. So, for example, an upsell, a common upsell is anal sex, right? Lots of guys want that. It's a super popular service, but not everyone is always prepared to perform anal. There's a huge process that goes into being fully prepared. If you're having anal all the time, you're always ready. You're good. The anus is a muscle. It stretches. It's fine. I used to have anal sex almost every single day, and I didn't need to prepare for it at a certain point. I was just like good to go. Now, different story. So I write about how to prepare for anal sex in, I believe, Advanced Techniques. Don't quote me on that. But in one of the books you can find in the table of contents, I do talk about how to prepare for anal sex. So I'm not going to waste your time with something that you've already read or that you could read about. I want to focus on the upsell of not just anal, but any other service. So don't try to upsell a service that you cannot provide. Example, anal, right? You can't provide that. Also, don't upsell a service that you know the client doesn't have money for. So, for example, if you're going to charge something obscene, an obscene amount of money, like if I was to do bareback, I would want triple my rate, 3 times the amount of money. Bareback is without a condom. I'm sure you knew that, but now you definitely know. Don't offer that to a client if you know he doesn't have the cash on him. You want to stick with services that you can upsell same day that would warrant him to have extra money on him. So for example, I like to use a rule of $500, $500 upsell, because most people's ATM withdrawal limit is $500. So if he's already got your hourly rate on him, he's already got $1,000. Say you've got your rate up already to $1,000, and he wants an extra service. Will you, I don't know, suck my dick without a condom, or will you put on this fucking dress, or whatever. Everyone's into a bunch of different fetishes. So you want to keep it in that $500 range, because you know he could step outside, go to a convenience store, and get $500 out of his bank account right now. So if you upsell him something unrealistic, he's gonna be like, I can't fucking afford that, and he's gonna lose that dream. But if you upsell him something that he can afford today, that will just set the trap for the next time. So if he bought one service from you today that was $500 and it was fucking incredible, next time he sees you, he'll bring the money for that service that cost 3 times the price. That's called a tripwire. It's something they use in marketing. It's you lure them in with one lower price that seems obtainable, it's okay, and then that's when you really begin to upsell after you've already had your loyal customer. So again, with any business, especially escorting, because your body is your business, you want to retain 80% of your customers at least. You can do more than that. I wouldn't say it's super common, but there are people who retain clients 100% of the time. Obviously not forever, but there are some girls. I was on a streak at one point where every single client I ever saw had seen me at least twice. So it's possible. It's completely doable, but it's not always your fault. It's okay to get rejected. It's not a big deal. If they're not a client today, they could always be a client tomorrow. Everyone has money in this world, so if you're missing out on his $1,000, it's okay. Another guy has $1,000. Another guy has $1,000. It's fine. But that's what I want to talk about was upselling, when to do it, how much you should do it for. So just make sure it's a realistic amount of money that he'll have on him that day. And then if he wants a crazier service, you can work it in there at some point and just be like, oh my God, this would be so much hotter if we shove this up my ass. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, we can do it next time. It's only an extra $1,500. Oh, okay, great. What are you doing on Tuesday? That'll give him time to prepare. He'll have the cash. It'll be a smoother transaction. It'll be more comfortable for everyone. So upsell every single chance you get. If you don't ask for extra money, or if you don't give them opportunities to spend extra money, they won't. Most clients don't even know they're supposed to tip. So how are they going to know that they can afford extra services with you if they're not being offered or at least you're not open to that opportunity. So take time, think about it. Think about, I want you to go into every situation, every escorting situation with your rates memorized. I walk around today, to this day, every situation, I know how much it will cost for someone to fuck me for an hour. I have that number in my head, and I bring it with me everywhere I go, because I never know when I'm gonna meet that one person that's like, fuck it. I know who you are. I've been wanting to fuck you for a long time. I have X amount of dollars on me. What are you doing right now? And I'd be like, I'm about to fuck you. So I have the number in my head. I'm always ready to go. Like I said, even I'm retired, I have a price. You have a price. Your daddy has a price. We all have a price. Everything's for sale. Everyone's for sale. It's just a fact. So get your prices in mind. So you know your hourly rate. That's great. What do you charge for 2 hours? Is it the same price as your hourly rate? Are you discounting by a percentage, or are you just pulling numbers out of the air? You're discounting by 20% for each hour. What's your overnight rate? So you want to have a good amount of these prices. It's okay if you stop for a second and you're like, hold, I gotta add all this stuff up. It's fine. You can do that. But you want to know how much your hourly is. You want to know how much it's going to be for 2 hours, because it's very common. If they get one, they might get two. And then you want to have your overnight rate in your head. Usually, you're not going to get much more combinations of that unless you're partying. Partying is like kind of weird amounts of time, like 3, 4, 5 hours. Basically, how long it takes for drugs to wear off is how long you'll be propositioned for partying clients. But I want you to have your 1 hour, your 2 hour, and your overnight rates memorized. And then 2 upsells that you are comfortable with doing. It might be role-playing stuff. I had a guy who used to pay me extra money to pretend I was his daughter. Wasn't a fan, but I liked the extra money. So it didn't really make a difference to me. Anal is an upsell, role-playing is an upsell, BDSM, if you want to do dominatrix stuff, let them pee on you, or I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to do. Whatever you're not willing to do in your base price. Normally a base price would include vaginal sex and, like blowjob with a condom on. I mean, some people even upsell kissing. You can upsell kissing. Upsell whatever the fuck you want to sell. It's your body. It's your business. Hi, ladies. I'm making an edit to this video. I have a few more notes that I want to talk about. I just finished watching the first half of this video, and I just want to I didn't mention that if you don't have any services to upsell your time. Once you're in that appointment, it doesn't matter how much more time you sell after that. So say you got your hour appointment. If he doesn't have money for an hour, well, sell him a half hour. If he doesn't have a half hour, sell him 15 minutes. It doesn't matter, because you already got what you came for. So normally I wouldn't tell people, oh yeah, do half-hour appointments. I don't normally suggest that. But once you're already there, it doesn't matter. Just make the sale. You're trying to make the sale. Upselling is how you can double your money, triple your money. If you're getting overnights, you're quadrupling your money. And it's great because you're putting less stress on your body. Because that's the whole point of upselling, is you want to squeeze the most that you can out of every client, so that way you can see one client instead of 3 clients. One client gives you the same amount of money as 3. That means your body is preserved for longer, which means the longer you can do this physically and mentally. So it's important to try and upsell your time. Another service that you can upsell is like porn star experience. So I uploaded a video last week about porn star experience versus girlfriend experience. So that's something I want you to at least think about offering. I know it's a little intimidating. Also, that snoring in the background is my dogs. So that's what I just wanted to say is make sure that if you don't have extra services to upsell, you can always upsell your time. It's usually going to be the easiest upsell that there is. And here's how you do it. So now you know why you should do it and what you should be doing. But the best way to actually get them to buy more time is you need to have all this stuff in your head. So let's just for easiness, you have a 1 hour appointment. You fuck him, you make him come like 40 minutes into it, and give him enough time to kind of recharge, like give him a few minutes to recharge and like rest and whatever. And then I want you to start again. Start touching on him, start sucking his dick, start getting this man revved up again. I want you to try, it doesn't have to be perfect, but 10 minutes is a good time frame. Because if you start him up again and you guys only have 10 minutes left, you could be like, oh, let's, we only have 10 minutes. Do you wanna get another half hour? And see if he goes for it, because he's probably going to say yes if he's already rock hard and wants to fuck you again. So that was always like my lure is, get him to come, make him happy, of course, and then set him up again. So it's pretty easy. You shouldn't have a difficult time at all. I mean, maybe the first couple times you might, feel like weird to ask for it, but I mean, just think about it in every other business. I mean, when you're buying something, even on websites, they're like, oh, I was buying Domino's pizza the other day and they tried to upsell me at checkout. And they're like, do you want some lava cakes? And I was like, actually, yes. So it's the same thing. If he's already buying the product from you, which is sex, of course he's going to want more if you offer it to him. So don't feel intimidated by it. You can do it. It's going to be great. So I hope this helps. This should literally make a huge difference in your income. A lot of people don't think to ask for it. But like I said earlier in the video, if you don't ask, it's not going to come your way. So just ask for it, be confident, and be great at the service that you're offering to upsell. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.